What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Hollywood Tales, where we get down, dirty, discreet, and just put everything on the table. My guests today are Maxwell and Caitlin. Caitlin Benson.
Yeah.
And Maxwell Benson. Who are you guys married?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you guys were just
I
dating.
didn't correct
Why
you
did
earlier.
I not? You never told me that. Or maybe you did tell me and I forgot.
I told you we went and got married in Wyoming.
We were also
my bad.
married when you met us.
You know, I know that, but for some reason
I don't think you did.
You told me. Well, when I first met you was at the rooftop of Mama Shelter, which we'll get into in a second. They have an awesome show called Can't Even Comedy, and I did it, and it's on the awesome rooftop right in the heart of Hollywood. But that was I had reached out to you guys on Instagram because I was tracking your shows, and I was like, I want to perform here, and I reached out to you, and one of you or you, both of us.
Yeah.
You guys are like a two-headed monster. It's like, I don't know who's coming at me. But when I walked up meeting you for the first time, I didn't realize, first of all, you're 6'8", I think. 6'7".
Yeah. You could sell yourself short.
I'm 6'2", and I was looking up at you like I felt like a little boy, like looking at you. And you were super nice, and that's when I had first met you. And then you said, "Oh, I was about to leave Hollywood. I got sick and tired of the scene. Dating here is a fucking mess." And and then I met Caitlin, by grace of God. And I didn't realize you guys got married.
The story is we met during the pandemic. We got introduced by a mutual friend, and
you told me that part.
Yeah,
but I don't remember the marriage part.
We eloped. Caitlin likes to tell it better. Go for it.
All right,
what do you mean? Yeah, we eloped.
Where? Vegas?
No, Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Why there?
That's where we eventually want to settle down.
Oh,
and
okay.
if we start a family, that kind of stuff, we want to make 2-3 days a week there and then travel back here on the other side.
Have you been there before?
Yeah, many times.
Oh.
It's one of the only places in the world where I got off the plane. I was like, I'm going to live here. I've never had that feeling before.
You been there, Wolf?
It's crazy.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Jackson Hole is unique. You think it's just a ski town, but you actually get there and it's got all the amenities of a big city, fine restaurants, amazing things.
What's the population?
It's nothing, bro. It's like a small little ski town.
30,000?
I don't know.
10,000?
I don't know
Not
how
a lot
big
of people
towns are.
Around.
But let's put it this way: you can walk across the town.
There's a town square.
Right.
But there's also
Aspen, Colorado.
You went. Kanye lost his mind. That's where he went. He went up to Jackson. That's where he recorded all his albums and everything. Yeah.
Interesting.
So, but it has it's.
Maybe I should go there.
Yeah.
Are you in the Verge?
Every day.
So that's cool. So I didn't know that. All right. So you eloped there.
Yeah.
At where? Like a chapel?
No, we didn't. I don't know. I'm big into hot spring culture and natural shit and healing and we do yoga every day. We're very health conscious as far as that kind of stuff. So there was Snake River has all natural hot springs that are all along the river that you can just jump into. So we didn't want to do a traditional wedding. We didn't invite any family. We're we love you, but stay home.
We paid an officiant and also paid her to bring 2 witnesses, and we got married
on
the side of the river, on the side of the Snake River. We got married there, and then we went and jumped in the hot springs right after on the side of the river.
That's beautiful. Keep it simple.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Maybe I should start. I feel like this is an advertisement for Wyoming. Want a cheap?
We're gonna bring you up there.
Eloping in general.
We're gonna bring you up there.
Are we good on sound? Is everybody all queued up? All right. Wolf Ramirez, by the way, is our awesome producer. Like I said before, creative director, editor, videographer. We still got to get a camera on you, dude.
Yeah,
he doesn't want to be on. He's on Instagram, but he won't come on my podcast for some reason. And he produces it.
You had to drag us here, so I get it.
Okay.
You didn't have to drag us here.
Thanks.
Oh my god.
But this is your first time here at Jam in the Van.
Yeah. It's amazing.
So ex-rehab center located next to a mosque. It's literally connected to the mosque. So I was going to propose to the owners, hey, just bust a wall through.
Would the mosque go for that?
I'm going to propose it. That way there's just a sliding glass door if you want to go, you repent.
So basically it's convenience for you more.
It's more for me. I mean, after my podcast, I want to go let my hair down.
How do you think the group over there would do with the smoke coming over?
We'll see. I think we'll have a smoke-proof, like a wall or curtain. You know what I mean? But you're going to see some motherfuckers peeking in what is going on in there? Smells great. So this is a multiplex, indoor, outdoor podcast studio, music, comedy. It's really cool.
Yeah.
So if you're watching, just go to jaminthevan.com here in West LA.
What about you, bro? Have you ever been married?
No.
Really?
No.
That seems weird to me.
It's not for everybody. My wife's name is Sierra. Sierra Nevada. She's really nice.
I mean, I was kind of on the same tip before I met Caitlin. I was a player for life. It was
Look,
never going to happen.
You never know. Sometimes,
Yeah, I mean, I like the
There's
idea
a
of the
fault.
mosque being next door. There's if you're ever going to find one.
yeah. I can't go in there after I've had some drinks. That's for sure. My mom always says that. God will not answer your prayers if you're drunk.
That's why.
So I understand your.
I know, I get it. She's like,
I understand your regime. Then you go in there first, and you come here.
I gotta go there first, then come here.
I think you should start a whole program. I think you should do tours. Ahmed tours.
We'll call it the halfway clean tour. You go and you pray before your set,
And you only
then
do
as soon as
shows
you're
next to
done-
mosques.
Right.
Nice. You pull the van up.
There's a brand. I see some IP in there somewhere. So you guys got married, but was the comedy? You didn't meet because of comedy? Comedy came later.
Nah.
Like your business. You have your company's called Can't Even.
Comedy.
Like Can't Even. I can't even.
Yes.
Comedy. And did you came up with the name? I'm assuming, right?
We have agreed for the rest of our marriage that any good ideas we have, we both came up with together.
Okay, but who said Can't Even?
We both
was right
came
there?
up with it
Okay.
together.
I like that. No, I like, give it props.
He won't when we leave.
First of all, men would never call a comedy show that.
No.
A man would never say, we're going to, unless he's gay, like, I can't even.
I think it came from, I don't even think we were running
No, we weren't doing
yet.
shit yet.
I have a nasty habit, and I've been called out for saying I'm a reactive person when I watch comedy. So if someone says a joke that hits with me, I just say I can't.
Right.
And like I've actually had comics be like, "That's not encouraging," and I'm like, it comes from a place of like, "Oh, that's so bad, I can't," but it's good.
Right.
Get over yourself.
I can't even.
I can't.
I dated a
calm
girl
down.
who was literally half my age. And
That must have been really fun for you.
it was
Notice
fun
my
and-
silence.
it was fun and dramatic. It was legal,
That's good. That's
No, like she was like over 21, and but that was her go-to term like all the time.
Can't even?
I can't even. That's kind of a millennial term, isn't
Is
it?
it?
Are you millennial?
I am a millennial.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
33.
Oh, really? You look much younger. How old
Thank
are
you. Thank you.
How old am I?
42.
Yeah.
Really? You guys look young, man.
Yoga.
Well, you're not a millennial, but you are. Kind
He's
of,
Gen X.
technically. Yeah. Well, I'm Gen X.
Same.
Too. Yeah.
I'm a millennial.
Sorry about that.
It's fine. I'm a good one. I'm one of the good ones.
So you guys.
I'm one of the good ones.
Hey, I didn't say all of you were bad. I'm just.
You know.
Yeah, the engineer agrees with you.
I
too.
feel like
When-
my
when
entire
Wolf-
body's
when
gonna get
Wolf-
photoshopped out of this.
When Wolf is smiling or giggling or laughing or snickering at something, then it's probably true.
I think you definitely need to have Wolf involved. Like, even if you have
He
to
doesn't want
GoPro
to.
his ass and a little
That's
camera.
what I
system.
Why don't we
said.
get him just one of
That's what
those
I said.
masks like Marshmallow?
Yeah,
where
that'd
you
be
just
great.
get him
Actually, a
wolf
mask.
Head.
That's fantastic.
He is a wolf mask. Just put him on a wolf mask.
There you
What
go.
is on your? What is that? A bong?
Yeah.
Oh damn. That's the bong. I thought it was a lamp.
It does look like a lamp.
Bong.
It looks like a big I don't know with the eyeball and shit.
It's just fancy.
Can we show people that or this is
Is
He's
this
like-
your
he's
is
like,
this
you
your
gotta
own
come
doing? Did you make it?
I didn't make it.
really? Should you here?
Isn't it like a crazy cartoon character or something, right?
This thing. That's not even dude, and it's made out of it looks like glass, but
It's
ceramic.
glass.
Has fiberglass. That's a real person's eyeball they found. So, I mean, it's actually really beautiful.
This has turned into
I'm gonna put it right here.
a bong.
Do you mind if I?
He's gonna drop.
He's
his.
gonna drop your shit.
Okay.
Don't take that pen. Take those negative vibes. I'm just gonna let it sit here. I think it's a good. I like the eyeball.
Wait, is it a big thing? Is it frowned upon in the Muslim community to smoke weed?
Oh, funny you should ask, my friend. Let me explain to you the Islamic. It's kind of a mixed bag in question right now because Muslims believe anything from the earth is halal.
Okay.
Which means kosher.
Right.
And marijuana is from the earth.
Right.
So to me, it's halal.
So what is it? The older generation that's not with it?
Yeah, I mean, Islam is a very dissected religion. There's like 70 some odd branches of it.
It's like Hinduism.
Yeah, like there's the book, but then people have kind of started their own
Right.
splintered versions of it.
Right.
So I don't really consider myself.
Do you practice Ramadan?
No, dude, I'm drinking a beer. What do you think?
I don't know. I know a lot of Muslims that do the same thing, but then they practice Ramadan.
Yeah, I mean, I dip in and out of it because I don't like the idea of organized chaos. Like I don't like being a part of a community's thought process. Like everybody should like the same
Oh, you don't like the
thing.
herd mentality.
I don't like it, and I think religion has that.
That's smart.
But I've taken elements and pieces. I am a Haji. I performed my pilgrimage to Mecca when I was 27.
Unbelievable.
And that changed my life. And that was a big to-do because I was living in Hollywood and I was like all caught up in the scene. And my mom one day was like, I remember I had a bad dream. That's what it was. That I was being chased by demons in Hollywood.
Wow.
And I woke up
Wow.
and my mom called me.
Right when you woke up.
And she said, I told her about my dream. And she goes, you need to come to Hajj. And I was like, I'm not. Because when you go to the Hajj as a Muslim, you're supposed to go once in your lifetime. But typically people do it later.
Yeah.
Because
it costs a lot of money too.
It's expensive. Let's not, go ahead and put that out there.
Expensive as fuck.
But you go there to clean all your sins. So you see a lot of older people going there.
Oh, okay.
You don't see a lot of younger
really
young people. I mean, they do, but it's like
you gotta collect sins before you
gotta
can
collect
clean
it.
them.
Yeah, but I had I had a lot.
You've been in
lot of
Hollywood.
sins.
Were you originally from LA?
I was born in Egypt.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Cairo, right outside of Cairo, and my dad immigrated when I was a month old with my mom, and then I moved to LA when I was 19, and I was an actor for. I feel like this should be about you, not about me, guys.
He has a way with this.
Yeah, you're like spun it.
It's his podcast now.
Yeah, no, I just felt like I started diatribing for a second. I was like, am I monologuing? I invited you guys to be on my podcast to talk about what you guys are doing, not about me. I'm like, so when I was a month old, my parents.
It helps me because there's commonality in it.
Look, dude, I like the. you should come on and co-host with me sometimes. I had a co-host, really awesome friend of mine, this guy Blake Barty.
Yeah.
But we didn't. The vibe wasn't there. So
Blake's on our show next week, right?
I think
Yeah,
so.
I like Blake. Yeah, he's gonna be on the birthday show actually.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
but he's also on our show on Tuesday.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, he's funny.
He
yeah.
hit us up after we had you on the show.
Oh, good. Yeah,
He's
no,
like-
because I told him. I said, hey, hit these guys up. It's an awesome thing. He works hard. He hustles. He's got like a tight, 10 minutes, 12, 15 maybe. He's still like.
Did you guys come up in comedy yet?
No. He's really only been in the game like a year.
Oh wow.
But we met in
Yeah, I was
Huntington
gonna
Beach.
say if they came up together and he only has 10 to 15 minutes, then he should have already quit
Yeah.
comedy.
No, look, he's a nice guy and he's a professional guy and he promotes and he's like, he's passionate about.
He definitely is passionate about it.
Yeah, and I wouldn't recommend him if I didn't like him or believe in him. He definitely works hard, but yeah, no, the comedy scene. Going back to the pilgrimage thing really quick. When I came back from that pilgrimage and I moved back to Hollywood, I felt like my skin had shed because I came back with this like whole new like truth, right? Not as a Muslim, just as a person of the people. Like there are millions of people at this pilgrimage.
You feel like you found your origin a little bit more.
Kind of. I just felt like
Perspective.
not only perspective. I feel like I was kind of fast forwarded into the future. Like I got a glimpse of
wow.
what Judgment Day is going to look like.
Damn.
And it was like an epic, fucking Tom Cruise,
real.
Steven Spielberg movie. Like it was epic. you know.
That's crazy.
And when I came back, I just kind of got this weird perspective, and a lot of people got cut out of my life. Not even aggressively, or it just, you just kind of stop talking to people.
Energetically, yeah.
That's it. And then things just kind of shifted around. But LA has that.
We do the same. We run into the same thing with the comedy show, because we run shows twice a week, right? So
let me just go back to the origin of Can't Even. You guys come up. You guys get married. It's during the pandemic. You're a comic.
Mm-hmm.
You're a producer. Let's come up with like what sparked that.
it wasn't even
Can I
that.
talk?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, great.
Hey, all that shit.
I'm
all
this
that.
close to getting cut out of this podcast.
All that shit about the pilgrimage. Edit that, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Miss.
You guys are fine. Just go get coffee or something after this. So we met, and everything was super shut down because we met a month into like April 2020, and so we were just hanging out for a while, and then weird outdoor stuff started opening up. So I started going back to like my hosting gigs and like hosting open mics that I worked for, and he came to a few of them, and he was like, "This is gross."
Whose mics were these? Like at the time, because I was tracking some of them.
So
Before
Fourth
you
Wall.
guys.
You know Fourth
Fourth
Wall.
Wall. I've never been in there, but I've heard of it.
I love Joe Menente. He runs them, but it's Boys Town. It's like 11 p.m. Very grungy, and it was great work for a really long time. And I was just working for a bunch of other people. And
You're
he
like,
was
why don't we
in,
do our own thing?
yeah, and he was in music, and I had started producing a show right before the shutdown. Like we got one monthly show off, and then everything shut down. And I revisited that idea with my co-producers on that, and it just there wasn't the right workflow. And he and I have very similar workflows, and we had a pizza place that he was connected to.
Delicious.
Do you know
Mike
Delicious
and
Vinyl?
Mike and Rick Ross. They run Delicious. They used to have Delicious Vinyl with like Tone Loc and all that on the back.
What street was that on?
It's on Sunset.
Yeah.
And they have a back. Anyways, so go ahead.
So he was suffering business-wise, and he was like, I need something in this back parking lot, like, or some form of entertainment. So I was like, I know how to run mics, and I know all these comics that would come out and do it. And so we just started running mics, and people loved the energy, because most open mic scenes, it's a bunch of comics who are just arms folded. And,
right, judging you.
Yeah, and so we kind of created like a...
Real quick, was this like on Sunset Boulevard? Was it west of like the Comedy Store?
You know what Gwen is, the steakhouse?
Oh, it's right behind Mama Shelter. So it's between...
But that's not Sunset, that's Selma.
Sunset, no, it's on Sunset between Wilcox and not Cahuenga, but just
You know where Marvin Gaye's recording studio is?
Like right in the heart of Hollywood, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a
like
couple
by the
blocks from
CNN
Vine.
building.
Okay,
and,
yeah. Okay, all right.
But
So
like behind Mama Shelter, like on Sunset.
right. So you were running comedy shows in like in the back parking lot?
We
Parking
couldn't
lot.
do anything indoor.
Right.
And running open mics and,
people
then shows.
were
and
showing up.
They were selling out. It was crazy. And then we
Like how many seats? 50, 100?
No,
like the comic lineups were the mics.
so
were
the
selling
mics
out.
were selling out, and then the shows were selling out, and those were 40 to 50. And then
I had some contacts in Austin, and so I was like, let's go to Austin. So we hit them up. We did shows out there. Those started selling out. We tried New York. And then now we have a residency in Austin every 3 months. And then things started to move quite quickly. And
Then Mama
Shelter found out about us, and they had just been starting to reopen. And they tried to 3 years before I was in a deal where I was going to come in and probably do their programming. And I was like, I don't have time for all that right now because I was running a production company. And we got a call, this random call again. They're like, reopening, do you have any ideas? And so we pitched them on the idea, and they're like, let's do it. And so we've been there since.
So I've done the show. It's an awesome show. Let's talk about that. It's on the rooftop. It's a place called Mama Shelter. It's right in the heart of Hollywood. Selma and Wilcox.
Yeah.
It's like literally right in the nut of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Because I grew up there.
Yeah.
And that's like, as far as like Hollywood is concerned, that's like, it's pretty centrally located, right?
You can't get much more.
You can't get much more Hollywood than that.
Like Kitty Corner from the Dream and Tao and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
All that Cahuenga Boulevard, Hollywood Boulevard. And you have this rooftop show. It's real sexy. There's like not beds, but like these couches. What do they call those? There's
I think
Day
they're
beds,
day
they call
beds.
they're like day beds.
Yeah.
Right. And there's like a sexy bar. There's some tables off to the side. There's a beautiful view of the city. And everybody's just there to laugh. It's a fun vibe.
Yeah. And all our shows are free. That's a big
Oh, you don't
thing.
charge there?
No.
Oh, so how do you, if you don't mind me asking, how do you guys
We
make
have a
money?
good arrangement with the hotel where they basically
Hey, I don't ask, I don't tell.
Yeah, but we don't know.
we just have a really good
This isn't a soundproof room. This hopefully will go to places.
we just have a
My
really
business.
Yeah.
we have a good arrangement with the hotel that it's beneficial to both, and an amazing GM to work with. That's unbelievable. So,
That's what counts, man.
Oh,
When
100%.
When you're working with like independent,
ugh,
you know,
been through it.
producers or venues or whatever, if the general manager, the owner, or whatever ain't down with it,
Forget
it's
it.
never gonna happen.
And also, like, if they're short-sighted, like,
they don't see the bigger picture.
yeah, we're very lucky in that, like, he brought us in with a bigger picture in mind.
And he found you guys.
Yeah. A person that works for him knew me, and we've had a long-standing relationship, and he came in as the new GM because the old one didn't do well there, and they were talking about starting events back up after the pandemic, and she called me. And she's like, what are you up to? Because I know we talked about that, because she knew all my music connections. She's like, you know, we want to get this going. So then we went and they had the meeting, and it just hit it off, and now we run the shows. I do all the other programming for them as well on top
Is
of
it? Oh, really?
Yeah.
What else is going on there?
Sunday nights, there's like an Afrobeat and house like dance
I
party.
didn't
We're
know
bringing in a reggaeton night on Friday nights.
I didn't know that. And
We're-
you're booking it all?
Yeah. And then
People, go check out Moma Shelter.
once a month, we have Adrian Miller, Anderson .Paak's former manager, brings in like the next new artist. And
Is Can't Even Comedy it's every week, right?
Every Tuesday and
Tuesday.
Thursday.
Every Tuesday.
And
Yeah.
Thursday.
And Thursday. Oh, did you guys add it at night?
Nope.
No.
It's always been
So
Tuesday and Thursday?
Tuesday's show is the best of Mike show. So we take the best so our format is basically 5:00 we run a mic. Then we have a DJ play for an hour, so it turns into a party. And then we have a show at 7
On Tuesday.
on both
Every-
nights.
Or both
same-
nights.
And then we have a DJ play for an hour after the show, so you can chill out and
Right.
relax.
And so Tuesday show we book straight from the open mic. Because a lot of our model too, when we started the company, was I was working really hard. I think I'm coming up on 7 years of doing comedy, and one of my worst skill sets is kissing up to people and brown nosing
I feel
and
you.
yeah. So and it got pretty exhausting to put in a lot of work, do like 5 to 7 mics, like even a day sometimes pre-pandemic, and just not get the booking opportunities when you feel like you're really putting in the time. And then you get it. You see people who aren't really funny getting spots on shows, and you're like, I'm gonna.
She wasn't advertising TNA.
Well,
She was trying to get booked
But
based
also,
on her
like-
talent.
so to coattail what you're saying,
Yeah.
yes, yes, and yes.
Okay.
There is an element of ass kissing, politicking, showing certain assets that will get you on stage. I mean, I've seen a lot of comics get work, and I'm just like, how did they, like, who, what?
So-
It's sort of like, but I guess my question is, before you continue on, is when you're doing your mics,
Yeah.
you put the best of the mics on the main show.
We put them on a Tuesday show.
We put them on our Tuesday show.
Oh, and
So we
how-
have a best of Mike show.
Show.
So okay, but I get that. But how many mics do you have, and how many how many make the cut?
We run 2 mics a week, Tuesday and Thursday at 5:00.
And how many comics on each show?
On the
Who- who-
mics?
who-
how
On the
many?
show or the mic?
Sorry, the mic.
10 comics per mic.
10. So 20 comics a week show up.
Yeah.
Same ones every week, or is there new people?
We had to create boundaries so that it
algorithm.
wasn't the same. I was like, if I see this person do the same opener that doesn't work any more times,
Are
I'm good.
people showing up for the mics?
Yeah,
Oh,
so the
they'll-
mics.
Audience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening now.
So it also feels like a show to them
Interesting.
as well. So
And this is at 5 o'clock in
5
the
o'clock.
evening?
5 to 6.
So
people in
wild.
Hollywood don't have jobs. So you get a bunch of
And the funnier thing,
so you get a bunch of people that are just day drinking at 5 at night and they're like, "What? Comedy open mic?" And people love watching train wrecks. So they hang out and they have a good
Well,
time.
it's
So out of the 10 comics, how many make the cut to get on the
On the
bench?
show,
On
there's
the-
like 6 or 7. And it's like, I'm not going to say
No,
they're all
like, no, I mean, like, how many
of the 20 comics, maybe we pick 6 or 7.
maybe 6
out
or
of the
7.
20
Yeah,
copy? And they
And,
get
like,
like,
they're-
what, 5 minutes on the main show?
6. And then we'll book a couple people that we
And
like
do
who are
they do
consistent.
do they do as well on the main show as they did in the mic?
I'm not saying they do
Sometimes they bite it because now they're like they got they got
Well, and
escalated to the big leagues.
And here's
right?
and also from a business perspective, that show is structured differently as well as like as far as how we produce it too. So if they're a brand new comic that's been doing comedy for a month, we're gonna capitalize on it. We're gonna say, okay, you've come to this mic 10 to 15 times. We're gonna put you on this show. We need you to try and get 3 to 5 people out. So we
That's
structured
smart.
that as more of a
And do
bringer
they?
show. Yeah.
We don't book
Because
them
they've
for
never
that.
done
But how do you? Okay, because I know. So
and then they tend to do well because their
I
friends
know-
are there.
Well,
so
no,
it's-
I know the model because
Yeah.
I've done it back in the day, and I know comics right now that do it currently, and it's just a thing that you do. I'll give you 5 minutes if you bring 5 people, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
What if they don't and they show up and they're like,
And we
sorry,
just don't
We don't
rebook
book
them.
them again.
but
But
you let
we
them
don't
go
have-
up that night?
Yeah, we don't have a hard and
We don't
fast.
have a
Oh, you
hard-
didn't bring people, you don't get up rule. But we're like,
And
okay.
And how do you know? How do you track?
We
that?
have everybody that is coming to the show has to register on Eventbrite.
Got it.
And you can usually tell by whether or not they're sitting alone and don't have anyone to talk to.
Listen, listen, people. If you're out there watching this podcast,
You can suck at comedy.
if you have 3 friends,
If you have 3
Hey,
friends.
we've had strippers that
Yeah,
have
we
been
did.
sitting on the roof day
I can
drinking.
imagine. Remember the night that I did it? The
Yeah.
porn
Oh, yeah,
star?
you
Yeah,
did
well, I
meet.
knew you were
Oh,
busy.
I forgot. That's why you love the show so much.
I did their show, and it was fucking packed. I don't know. There was probably, it seemed like 200 people.
Yeah.
But how many do you think were there? 200?
I don't know.
That night was a busy
In
night.
the whole,
That
it
night
was
was
busy
insane.
that night.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't even stand or sit anywhere. I was performing there. I had to fucking wait in the back.
We're sorry.
But I went up. Can we get a green room going?
We have a room. It's called Stage Right.
No, you know where I went? The back. You know, if you go all the way to
downtown
the,
side.
They call
yeah.
that downtown side.
dude, and I went over there. I did a little Instagram. That's when you see like the
Mm-hmm.
other side of that. That's a beautiful view too.
Yeah.
Mama Shelter. If you ever are in Hollywood, man, check this place out. And the food smelled really good. I didn't get a chance to.
We just got a
Have
new
any.
chef, and he's unbelievable.
What is it like? Brazilian, Colombian? Like
It's a mix. Like they have
I
amazing
don't
things.
know.
Like
Well, now
So-
the
it
chef
just
is
smelled like-
Korean, so it's different.
oh really? I just felt like I was in a different country. It just had that like garlic, cumin.
Yeah,
They
They-
did have a
Like I was in Greece or something.
they did have a period where everything
Had a Greek vibe.
had like a tandoori
Yeah.
type. Yeah.
But real sexy vibe and whatever. But I'm on stage and I'm doing my thing, and I start doing a little bit of crowd work,
It's the
and
best show for crowd work.
because the day beds, you're on a stage. There's a DJ right behind you, and then you're on the stage, and then there are like, I can't remember.
it's almost like in the round.
Was there seating in the middle?
No.
No.
It's
No.
like a catwalk.
That's right. It's a catwalk, but on the right and left are these big day beds, and that's where everybody kind of congregates, and then there's seating all around you and at the bar. But it's really fun. But I remember doing crowd work, and there was that chick in the audience, and I said, "What do you do for a living?" And she said, "I'm an adult film
Yeah.
actor."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Have I seen you in anything?" And she's like, "Probably." And I was, you know, what's your name? Remember that whole band?
Yeah,
thing?
yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen outside of Hollywood.
We
No.
remember you not leaving for a very long time that night too.
She said hi too.
She definitely came and say hi to you after the show.
I actually, when I checked her out,
And
wasn't impressed.
really,
Yeah, even as a porn star.
I mean, I feel like you don't have to be talented to be a porn actor.
I just felt like she could have put a little bit more effort into her video.
But that wouldn't make it realistic.
No, she was kind of lazy about it. Like even when I was doing crowd work with her, there was like this kind of like she was nice and funny, but she
Yeah.
was a little bit entitled.
That's called Gen Z.
Total Gen Z.
Ugh.
And then she's like, my name's so-and-so. Check me out on whatever, Pornhub, whatever. So I did. You know, I had to vet her. Wasn't impressed.
You didn't
What
DM
were
her?
you vetting her for?
You know when you meet somebody in person?
Just trying
Look.
to see if she could fit the rotation.
I'll be honest with you. I've never slept like or been with a porn star. Like that's just not my jam or scene. I'm not into that. I barely even watch it.
What is Ahmed's type?
Nice,
You like a good conversation.
thoughtful,
You like a good conversation.
respectful, can't even. No, but it was funny because you know, so I just was checking her stuff out, and I was just like,
There's a lot of that.
pick it up, girl. You know.
We were having a conversation last night with
What?
some
I don't know what you're
with
going
somebody
into.
that generally it's like there's this thing in a lot of industries right now where there's just access. You can make it in industries without a lot of effort or a lot of access.
Yeah.
Be it comedy, porn, whatever
You know
it is.
the new foot app? Have you seen this thing?
No.
Yeah.
People are selling pictures or videos. Have you heard of this, Wolf? It's something about
Yeah.
feet, where you either take a picture of your foot or take a video of it, and you can post it on this like app, and people will pay to buy the picture of your feet.
So like an NFT or what is it?
It's like OnlyFans.
I don't think it's
like
an NFT.
No, it's like OnlyFans for feet.
Imagine if
You get
somebody had a
exclusive
collection of
access to someone's foot collection.
for life.
Dude, I'm telling you, I don't know. Google
I
it.
I think
have
we
a-
started a new business, NFT for feet.
I think we're dying as a society.
Yeah,
if we-
100%.
if we do that.
100%.
I have a friend who would get paid. She had a cop friend who would pay her to FaceTime him, like from the floor, and just like wave her foot over the phone.
Lots of money.
Okay.
Like $400, $500 just while she's studying to get her
Degree.
doctorate. Just
Where are you from originally?
Tennessee,
What part?
just south of Nashville.
Okay, and you moved here
2007.
7, and you're from.
Winnipeg, Canada.
Oh, that's right. You're Canadian.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
It's not cool.
It is a thing.
And you used to play basketball. You told me.
I played basketball. I played a lot of sports, but
You're a
yeah.
huge guy. You could have you could have been a
Played
contender.
rugby, basketball, a lot of stuff.
Rugby too. Doesn't Jack do rugby? Our creative director Jack Higgins does rugby.
It's a real thing. You have to learn how to actually tackle somebody in rugby, unlike football.
No, I respect rugby. Rugby is just like people are getting
Fucked up.
fucked up. Yeah.
You got to have a lot of smarts or aggression in that sport. One of the two.
Are your parents proud of you out here, or are
Yeah.
they sort of like, "What are you doing, honey? You need to come back"?
Well, it was so we filmed a bunch of specials
We
last
filmed,
Thursday.
Most importantly, your special.
Okay, we filmed my
Oh, yeah,
half hour.
congratulations,
Thank you.
by the way.
Thank you.
Is
And it was the first.
done. Or are you still in the editing?
We're still in it. Be out in
Yeah.
August.
We'll probably release it in August. You can subscribe to our YouTube.
On
Can't Even
YouTube?
Comedy. Yeah.
By the way, a quick plug on Instagram, YouTube, Can't Even Comedy.
Correct.
And we're going to do something in Huntington Beach August 19th.
yes.
Yes.
We
At Sea Legs.
amazing. Great venue.
Stay tuned.
We have the lineup. Do you want to announce the lineup right here?
Go for it.
Go ahead, Caitlin.
We have Johnny
No,
Pemberton.
most importantly, hold on.
Ahmed. Johnny Pemberton. Takara Williams. Me. Leroy, a good friend of ours, and Michael Mansour. Yeah.
How do you vet your comics? Everybody has their own process. I'll tell you my process, so I want to hear yours first.
We hate video submissions.
We don't look at video submissions.
Really?
No.
Interesting. How do you? All right.
Like if
tell
someone
why.
hits us up, we
Why,
might
why?
scroll through their IG.
But why won't you watch their video?
Because for art, more than the comedy, we actually like to meet them in person.
I get that, but I'm saying like, do you put them on a mic, like an open mic first?
We actually tell them to come by the show because we have a non-traditional venue, right? So we've had a lot of
We have a lot of people that
A-list comics that have come to our place, and some of them have hit us up directly. We don't even ask them, and they want to do our show. But when they get there, because it's not the store, it's not this, it's not
it's
that.
not a club environment where people aren't allowed to heckle.
They get
There's
up- they get you-
distractions.
They get
They
up
get
on stage.
intimidated.
Oh, and they bomb.
I can see that.
They
Bomb.
I
bomb,
can see that.
and not only that, they dump on the show. And the environment
Fuck
and
this,
the crowd
you guys suck.
into the mic.
Into the mic
Yeah,
and the crowd.
I've seen that.
And it's just
You
like
start blaming the audience.
yeah. And so
You know Charles Fleischer?
No.
He's an old school comic. He was the voice of Roger Rabbit.
Oh wow.
He was on Welcome Back, Kotter. He played like he was like an old school character actor. But anyway, genius guy, like alien out to space kind of dude, but super smart, like just Matrix kind of smart.
Okay.
And I was dumping on the crowd one night years ago, and I came off stage and he pulled me aside and he goes, "Never blame the audience." Mm-hmm. He goes, "They came here to see you. Do your job and entertain them. Otherwise, get out of the industry."
I think more comics need to hear that.
Well, it's not like the audience's job. Look, there has to be some sort of order at a comedy show. I did a show last Wednesday at a place called The Hive, which was in, what was it called? Winaldo. It was like Temecula, like out there, like east. Mm-hmm. And there was probably 50 people, bro, in like a sports bar. And I had to come out like Machine Gun Kelly and just fucking, because everybody's talking. So I just had to machine gun through everything. But I knew what I was getting myself into. Like, I knew that, like, if I started talking shit to the audience, shut up, fuck you, and all that stuff.
They're just gonna...
They're gonna turn on you. So I just machine gun through it. And luckily there were moments where the laughs got big enough where people stopped talking and were listening.
Well, I have a theory, too, especially in LA. People in LA, it's like the dating tactic where if you ignore someone,
like
they're then drawn to you. So if you don't give them that attention, they're like, "Why isn't she talking?"
Yeah.
And it's one thing that baffles me most is like we have the setup of our show is very much so. If people are on those daybeds, they're probably looking at you and they're probably engaged. The bar, maybe not so much. The dinner tables on the side, very hit or miss. Most of the time, half of them are paying attention. And we'll get someone get on the stage, look past everyone in front of them who's paying attention.
Right.
And they'll find the one table
right.
that's not paying attention. It's like, why are you putting your energy into someone that's not
psychologically, that's
listening?
The insecurity of a comic, right? We always focus on that one person who doesn't like us as opposed to the 85-90%.
Yeah, but I don't believe that, bro. Get fucking professional. Is my opinion.
Well, that also comes with, like you said, it comes with years and putting in the hours and like these young comics that
it's not the young comics that we have the problems with.
It's like the people,
seasoned.
It's
really?
Seasoned comics.
It's the store
who've gotten a break.
That only do those places.
Like who? Give me one example.
We're not gonna shut them up. We're not doing that. Good try, but no, we're good.
When we're not on camera, we'll give you
a whole
the names.
rundown.
We'll give you the list.
All right. Can we just do it and then cut it out? Nah, fuck it.
He really wants to.
That's your Wolf. That's his play, right?
I remember one time.
I love comedy Jews. I love like Wolf's. We recorded like probably 20. This is what, number 30? Is this 29? We're almost at 30 episodes. This is a fun one too. I talk a lot of shit.
Oh, you should.
We will talk shit.
We'll just talk shit. We're just not going to name names.
And I'm not going to. And I don't want you to.
No, you do.
No, I mean, after you said you don't want to do, I'm not going to, force it. But when we're done with this podcast, when we go out for a burger next door, I want to fucking hear everything.
Yeah. Well, it was. I remember one experience specifically because most of our bigger name, like verified comics at that time, we were getting via recommendations. And
what do you mean verified? What does that mean?
Like
blue check
mark on.
Bullshit.
Yeah. And so we were sitting back there, and this comic had been very rude.
No, first of all, he
to our
hit
host.
us, chased us to get on the show.
I'm telling the story.
Oh, go ahead.
He'd been very.
You guys are married.
Yeah, we are very married. He'd been very rude to our host. He got on stage. He sat the whole time. He was like, I was gonna leave, but they gave me a drink, and now
on the stool.
Yeah.
He got up on the stage, sat on the stool,
looked at his phone. He was like, I was gonna leave when I came up here and saw this, but they gave me a drink and they paid me, so now I have to. And we're
okay, can I ask you? Can I ask you one question?
Sure.
Was he a white or black comic?
Black.
I'm not gonna say.
We can say that.
I know who.
I know you
maybe
know
who it is. And then I run to the back, and I'm like, Maxwell, who recommended this guy to
I
us?
know exactly who did.
And then we scrolled through our DMs to see like how we were connected to him. I'm like, this motherfucker hit us up for a spot.
I hate LA comics.
So now our vetting
I don't
process
hate you
is
guys,
it
but
doesn't
I
matter
dislike
if
most
you're big or not. Like we're like, hey, we're totally open to booking you. It's just you've hit us up. You say, oh, I really want to do your show. You haven't been to our show, so you don't
paid them,
know
too.
if you.
We pay.
We
great.
pay, and we
pay
pay
the
a
best we
decent
can.
amount.
As soon as I walked in, when I did their show at Mama Shelter, as soon as I walked upstairs and met you, I don't know, we just kind of used, I think we saw each other. You came up to me and you're like, oh, man, Maxwell, whatever. Like 2, 3, 4 words after that, boom, you whipped out an envelope and paid me. And I was like, that never fucking happened.
Well, this is the thing. I've been in
I love that. Like, as an artist, just forget about comedy. As an artist, we don't like to go on stage and leave not knowing if we're going to get paid, whether it's $100 or $10,000. You know what I mean?
And I've been in the industry long enough, be entertainment industry long enough. I know that, and I've done artist management, and I hate dealing with fucking promoters where I have to go up and be like, "Listen, I'm gonna kick your ass if we don't get this money." Like I've had to do that shit too.
Yo, you want to rep me?
This is my manager, man.
Can we
He's
share?
got his hands full on
Can we
it.
share?
We're actually working on something we can talk about later too. That could do that, but
Was that a threat?
no. We're working on something.
It is
talking
a
about-
friendly threat.
He's like, yeah, I'm working on something.
Oh,
I'll
God.
tell you about it later. All right? After the fucking cameras
Oh,
stop
I want to
rolling.
know. Now I want to know if if it's the same comic we're thinking of. But we'll talk later.
Like, I have in my head, I have 3 of them that I think.
Oddly enough, no.
Who I know it is.
He knows who he is because he's done shows with him.
All right. Well, we'll after the cameras will stop rolling. But
So
I know I should just
back to your money thing. I didn't want to have that misinterpretation out of the respect for the artist. When we come up, the Can't Even Comedy is formed out
We
of.
also just don't want to forget. So the second we see you,
No,
we're like,
I
take
mean that
it.
might be your MO, but
Oh,
not
that's
mine.
my MO. I have a stack of cash. The second I want to get it out as soon as possible.
Well, I am from your school, but I'm actually more from your school in the sense of like I'm just
No,
saying
kidding.
as a producer, like
Yeah.
I do want to just make sure I want to get it off my person, but I also want the artist
To feel comfortable.
to go, oh wow, I walked into this gig right after they said hello, I got my check or envelope full of cash or whatever, went up on stage, they fed me, gave me drinks, whatever. It was a fun vibe. Like I had a really fun time at your show, man.
Well, we try to create.
It's unlike anything I've ever done before because
cool.
it's. Excuse me, I'm burping. It's I feel like I was in like South Beach, Miami.
Yeah.
It had that kind of vibe.
Well, I mean, the premise behind it, what we kind of wanted to create was kind of like Dave Chappelle's Block Party.
Yeah.
Like, hey, come hang out. This is going to be a great experience.
Yeah.
And
Plus the
afterwards, and you get to dance, have fun. You're going to see some.
No, it was sexy, cool. The vibes were fun. The DJ,
And that's-
the DJ's great.
That's another way we vet comics. Like because we run so many shows. Like if we book someone we don't really know and they bomb, okay, cool. But if we book someone we don't really know, they do a really good job and they get into the experience, then we're like, okay, we're putting you on our
priority list.
So let me ask
bring
you
back
this.
roster.
I have a please, thank you, excuse me clause. I don't like people who don't say please, thank you, and excuse me.
Okay.
Like go
Yeah,
fuck
love
yourselves.
that.
And a lot of comics don't. And I have
Oh, I've got some messages.
so I don't like. I've actually reached out to comics for work to give them money and hire them, and they're just like, yeah, whatever. Text me here. Like they're real like I owe them something, and so I don't like that.
No, we don't fuck with that shit either.
I'm not looking for anybody to kiss my ass. I never have.
No, just respect.
But there's this etiquette. Like if I got booked for a gig, hey man, thank you so much, for making time. I'm always grateful.
If someone's up my ass too much, I'm suspicious too. I'm
well,
like, I don't know
there's a
about it.
difference. No, I'm saying okay. I understand your point.
No,
but
I
I'm
mean the
saying,
kiss my ass part where I'm like, ugh.
There's a little of that too,
Yeah.
like too much ass kissy vibe. But entitled comics drive me fucking nuts.
And that's back to my point I was talking about before. Industry.
Who was the black guy who disrespected me?
But no, I'm not going back to that.
Who was the black guy? Goddammit.
Oh my god.
We're gonna get
Oh, we're gonna get canceled so bad.
Industry wide.
It's fine. I'm black, so you're safe.
Oh, here we
I am.
go.
I'm Egyptian, which is North African, which is African.
That's true.
You're welcome. Let's go to the mosque.
Thank you, please.
So what were you saying?
And you're
Excuse
welcome.
me.
And you're welcome.
Excuse me. Right.
No, I'm just across all industries, like entertainment industries. You're seeing this. Is this like if I have check marks, if I have these protocols, then I'm better than, and I haven't even put the time into my craft.
And
I have
but
followers.
it's not always been like that.
No.
No.
Pre-internet, you had to bust your ass.
Right.
Like
People were out there handing out business like cards.
we do that. We're on
No,
street.
still, but I'm saying like back in the day, I used to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
I used to walk up and down Sunset Boulevard
100%.
and pass out like actual little 3x5. Come to my comedy show.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like bark
They
at
still do
people.
that in New York. They bark in New York.
Yeah, you bark. Yeah.
We
You
do
don't
it
see
in-
as much in L.A.
LA's more like internet, like social
Based.
media driven. So I think people, if if in this little bubble, it's different.
We do it in Austin.
We do
Barking in Austin's easy. though.
Works, right? I
Yeah.
think where you have foot traffic is
Yeah.
where it works.
Right.
You guys were in
also, like-
Austin recently, huh?
Do you go to 6th Street?
No, we don't go. We were at the Armadillo game.
Okay.
You guys liked Austin though, yeah?
Yeah, we go.
I mean,
every year.
you have a presence there.
Yeah, we go every year.
Yeah.
For South by Southwest.
Great town. Have you done Austin yet?
In the past I have, yeah.
Okay.
When I was on Vince Vaughn's Wild West comedy show. We performed at some venue in Austin. I forgot the name of it. Really beautiful venue, actually. And then I've been there another time. There's a comedy club there. I forgot the name of it.
It's gone now. I think
Well,
it is
well,
the main comedy
Cap
club.
City. Cap City.
Cobb's, or-
No, it was called Cap City.
Okay.
Okay.
Is
Yeah,
it-
so
is
we
it
have a
on?
residency there. We do 2 shows every 3 months. One at Native, and then we do another backyard show at this yoga studio. So Native
Austin?
Yeah,
Really? At a yoga studio?
we do 2 shows on a weekend. Yeah,
Do the yoga like instructors and students show
we
up?
do it in
or-
their back. They have an amazing courtyard, and
But do they promote to the
Oh, they
like?
promote the shit.
Oh,
out.
yeah.
So you got all these like
We don't
hot,
have
hot
to
yoga
really
chicks.
do. Oh my god. Ahmed, do you want to
Hey,
come? Do you want to come?
I'm getting a ticket tonight. Couple things. Let's plug a couple things.
Yes, let's do that.
Let's wrap up. Can't even. So weekly, twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, at Mama Shelter.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Free.
Free,
No drink minimum.
no drink minimum.
No time you have to leave.
It's a cool, sexy show. I've done it. And then we're doing Sea Legs in Huntington Beach.
Correct.
Outside, 500 seats, fire pits, cabanas. Everybody's done it before. Bill Burr, Tiffany Haddish is coming back. Craig Shoemaker.
We're doing another secret show with Jody Miller.
Jody Miller,
Doing
secret show.
July 13th.
Yes. It's
July,
Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday.
So go to Can't Even Comedy to check that out. My website, not my website, my Instagram.
What happened with your Instagram?
Yeah.
I got hacked.
By the FBI?
Thank you for asking.
He's on a
Prob-
no-fly
I swear-
list
dude.
now.
You know what?
You got on a no-fly list or what?
I'm on the no social media list. Dude, I've been hacked. My Facebook got hacked. My Instagram got hacked. And Twitter just...
What is her name?
I know, right?
yeah.
All the porn you watch.
Yeah.
What's her name, Ahmed?
Who is she?
Whose married wife did you fuck?
Twitter recently kicked me off. I just got kicked off of Twitter.
For what? What did you do?
I emailed them. I'm like, what did I do? And they said, you've infringed on copyright issues or whatever. And like, what was it? Posted something that wasn't part of our community guidelines or some shit like that. I
What
was
do
like,
you post? That's
But
not-
show me what I posted.
No,
Yeah.
I think I liked a couple like tweets that probably they didn't.
Have
like.
you ever watched Christina P's IG?
No.
love
I just feel like
She's got the wildest shit I've ever seen on her IG, and I can't imagine you posting wilder shit than that's on there. So I don't understand.
Like she
dude,
just
I
reposts all
literally
the fucked up shit
throughout
she
my
finds.
throughout my career as a comic, actor, like performer, entertainer, whatever, I've continually had my social media accounts like blocked, hacked, deleted. You know,
So
some people don't like you. Look,
You're on the social no-fly list.
Wolf laughed.
Yeah.
When he gets the mask, you have to get him like something he can adjust the lips so they move.
When Wolf laughs, it's funny.
Oh
No, I just feel like they're, I'm outspoken. I have a voice, and some people just don't like that, and I don't like a lot of people. And there's probably somebody inside that's like, fucking hack this guy's thing or get rid of his account or whatever the fuck.
we're gonna get big enough so we can fix that for you.
What does that even mean?
You want to hear a funny story? And not to drop names, but I'll go ahead and drop it. I'm friends with Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
He's an
Good
old
guy.
good friend of mine. Awesome guy, great fucking talented actor, whatever. And we talk like once a month. We text here and there. He's off filming something right now. And I go, hey man, you should get on social media. Why don't you? He's not on social media.
He's not on anything.
He has nothing.
That's smart.
Good. He doesn't have to though. Good for him.
I wasn't on social media until.
You know what he said to me? I said, how come you're not on social media? He goes, you know how I do it, babe. He goes, I don't need to be on social media. They'll find me.
Facts.
And I was like, fact.
Yeah.
If you're good at your art, you don't have to chase fame. Fame
Right.
will find you.
Right.
But we're in a business called show business.
Yeah.
You got to have the show, you got to have the business. And if you want to sort of, coagulate the two, then it makes better sense, I think.
There's a big thing coming up this Sunday, though. I heard it's somebody's birthday.
Yeah.
Well, this podcast won't be out before Sunday, but I am turning 52 on Monday. We're celebrating my birthday on Sunday. Wolf, I don't know if you got the memo, but you're welcome to.
I'm moving to a new house this weekend.
How dare you?
That was the quickest shutdown I've ever heard. Gives no fucks.
Oh wow.
He's like, sorry, man, I can't make it.
The moving truck is coming at
Hurry
9
up with this.
What time's your show? That's exactly when the moving truck's coming.
Caitlin's on the show. Anyway, this will come out after my birthday, but
You're 52.
I'll be
Yay.
52. Yeah, hopefully when this podcast comes out, God willing.
You're doing well for 52, I'd say.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Better do another push-up. Let's just wrap it up really quick. What's your best Hollywood tale?
Oof.
Hence the title here.
You-
It could be funny, dark. You could be at a restaurant and you bumped into fucking Pete Diddy. Like,
I have
it
a-
could be whatever.
I have one.
Go for it, baby. I got a couple, but go for it.
Okay, mine
You guys
is.
have a shared one?
I don't think so.
'Cause
Pretty
if
boring.
if you guys can co-tell a story, that would be great.
Oh.
We're pretty boring, bro.
I'll tell
Like,
you
we
what.
just work now.
I'll tell you
I
what.
was like, you're the biggest
I'll
celebrity
tell you
we've
what.
had on
What-
our show.
I'll tell you what. We were supposed to wrap it up 10 minutes ago. Can you each do your best Hollywood story and keep it under 5 minutes?
Oh, 100%.
All right.
I don't know about him, but yes.
The count of mine happened in Vegas.
Whatever Hollywood.
See, he's already-
Whatever's Hollywood. I've had people come in here and be like, I was in Florida and I went to shake Dan Marino's hand and
Cool.
like, yeah, it could be anything. It could be whatever celebrity. It's like a celebrity story.
Got it.
I graduated college and I was working with a mentor who was a theater director at the time, and she was Blake Edwards' assistant director at the time. And Blake Edwards did
Blake Edwards, the country
Breakfast.
singer.
No, Breakfast at Tiffany's, the original
Oh, the
Pink
director.
Panthers. Yeah, the
Yeah,
director.
Yeah. Famous
And so,
director.
yeah. So he was
I used to train his daughter.
one of the
Oddly
Asian
enough.
ones.
And what?
I used to be a personal trainer back in the day.
Oh,
and his
amazing.
daughter,
She's a personal trainer.
really? His
Boxing
daughter.
coach.
And a boxing coach.
Okay. His daughter came into to the gym.
Like, we fighting now?
I don't know. I don't know. I
Like,
don't know
you
what
just square
what
up to me?
Oh, she also knows jujitsu. She flies helicopters.
She's basically a Tom Cruise of comedy.
She does her own stunts. I'm like, no, I forgot her name. But anyway, yeah, I trained her briefly. I used to meet her at like 6 a.m, 3 days a week, and train his daughter in the gym.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, when I was a personal trainer.
Okay.
So, Blake Edwards.
Yes. So I was meeting.
That was my Hollywood.
I was like, I'm never gonna get. I get like 30 seconds to my story back, right?
Yeah, I was just saying that was my Hollywood.
Okay. Cool.
Sorry, I get, let me
Excited.
have my thing too.
This whole thing is your thing. So we, It was me, my friend, Blake, a choreographer we were working with, and his wife, Julie Andrews.
Right.
All met at the El Portal to go check out this black box because he was like in his late 80s at this point, like almost dead.
Wait, I'm sorry. How did you meet him again?
My mentor was his assistant director, and I was her assistant.
And this is when he's like a famous guy, and Julie Andrews is famous.
This is like 2010.
Okay, okay.
So not like at their. I mean,
No, but they're
they're
legends.
still legends. Yeah. So it was just like 5 of us in the black box at the El Portal in North Hollywood just to check out the space because he wanted to produce this musical he'd written. And he's in like a roller scooter at the time. First of all, didn't realize Julie Andrews' boobs were so big. She's like an E or an F or something crazy like that. So I was like, okay, right. Mary Poppins got fat titties.
There's your soundbite.
So
I wasn't going there. But...
we're in the theater, and I used to bite my nails at the time, so I'm sitting in the corner just very anxious being in this situation, and Blake is in his scooter, and he rolls up to me slowly, and he looks at me, and he's like, "I bet your husband doesn't like that you bite your nails," and then I was like, "I don't have a husband," and they rolled off, and my friend is like, Blake was flirting with you. I was like, what do you mean? She was like, he was fishing to see if you were married. And I was like, oh. And then I stopped biting my nails that week.
But he was with Julie Andrews.
He was with Julie in the theater and rolled up. It was like, I bet your husband doesn't.
He's a pimp, huh?
Yeah.
Pimpin' in a wheelchair.
Is he still alive?
No, he passed away like a year or two later.
That's a great Hollywood tale.
Was it? I hope it was.
What's yours?
First person to put money in my hand in this town was Too Short, the rapper.
Really?
Yeah.
I know this.
This is already better. This is already better.
This is going to be a great one.
So
Yours was
No,
good.
it's okay.
Well, the
That's
funny.
why I went first.
The funny thing and the irony is that like his rapper name is Too Short. He's probably a third of your size, and he's giving you money. Too Short.
I was his personal, like I did a documentary on him. I was his personal videographer and photographer for a bunch of years. And did some animated music videos for him and stuff like that. So I was always on the road with him for a period of time. And there was a show in Vegas.
Is this when he's hot?
No, this is like maybe 5-6 years. He's still hot, man. This is the thing.
No, I know, but I'm saying, he was like...
No, that's 90s, 80s.
This is post...
Yeah, but they got the albums coming up with him, Snoop, and Cube. It's Mount West.
Yeah, Too Short was the shit.
But he's got a new album that's coming out shortly.
How'd you get that gig?
I was doing photography all over Hollywood.
I know, but how did...
I was doing photography
for...
So I was doing photography for an event. I was doing a lot of event photography all over Hollywood, and there was one particular thing I shot consistently. And one of the people that was there found out I did animation. Like I had an animation company. And so they're like, hey, a client of mine needs animation. So she brought me in to do that. And then it just transformed into a whole relationship that was bigger than just doing animation.
He was the client.
Yeah.
Is he nice?
Short is one of the most amazing human beings on an individual level. Like, he said this in an interview, so I'm going to say it. There's Too Short, the performer, and there's Todd Shaw, which is his government name. That's
his government name.
That are two different people. Sometimes Todd Shaw dips into the pleasures of Too Short, if that makes sense. But you got to remember before
Jekyll and Hyde kind of shit, or
no, he's just a really good guy. People talk about independent. I'm independent music, all that. Short was doing independent in 1980.
But you mean Todd Shaw? Meaning like when you say that's his government name, that's like
who he is
business sense.
Yeah, who he is a business sense.
Right.
He just
but overall nice guy,
unbelievable human being, and he puts his money where his mouth is. He doesn't just piss away your time. He actually, if he sees new talent, he will just take the time to try to develop them and put them in the fold and try to put them in scenarios. Like people don't know, Kid Rock's first album, Short found him and produced most of that. Like crazy shit.
This is why I love this podcast. I mean, you are getting some Hollywood awesome fucking dirt right here, right?
So we end up in Vegas, And as Short's concerts normally go, there's all baddies everywhere, all that kind of stuff. And we end up back hanging out.
He's what?
Baddies, like women.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, like hot women.
Hot hotties.
And then,
And so I shoot the whole show. We do whatever we got to do. There's always an after party. It usually ends up in a suite or some kind of place, and things transpire, all that kind of stuff. And I'm just kind of like minding my own business.
What do you mean things transpire? What does that mean?
You know exactly what things transpire.
Ahmed.
Bro, it's called Hollywood Tales. Give us some dirt.
I'm gonna give you some dirt.
He's past his 5-minute time limit.
So I'm in a relationship at that time, right? So I'm trying to be a good,
Caitlin.
not her. She knows this story. I'm trying to be a good boy at that time, right? So, anyways, whatever's going on in that room, whatever's going on in that room, I'm not partaking in. But I sit down on the couch and there's 3 like 10s right in front of me, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go chill out back in my room, do my thing. And they're like, as I'm standing up, they're like, oh, where are you going? I'm like, I'm just gonna go chill in my room. They're like, we're coming with you, all 3 of them. So. I didn't intend for all this to happen, so I get back, and the entire time I'm in my room, I'm contemplating whether the girl I'm dating at that time is worth not doing something with. I'm literally having the most fucked up thoughts. I'm like,
the devil wears Prada, bro.
oh my God, bro. So for these chicks...
Talk about temptation.
No, but the thing is, I didn't...
I think you regret.
I regret not doing it because the end of the relationship, I should have fucking just tore through that whole situation.
No, you know what? You're a better man for sticking to your
But
ground.
so 3.5 hours, I'm just sitting there. They're drinking, having a good time. Everything's going down. I could have literally at one point been like, "Kiss her, let's go," da 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 da, and the whole thing would have set off. But I didn't. There was self-restraint. The Jesus moments I was having in that scenario were unfucking believable.
Amen, brother. You gotta. Sometimes you just.
But my loyalty didn't pay off. So fuck that bitch.
What happened with the breakup?
No, we just split. And then right after.
Soon after?
No, it was a couple months after. But had I not split it off with her, I never would have met Caitlin.
I have a friend of mine,
And I'm an 11.
She's a 20.
You're 31. I'll just really quick, and then we'll wrap it up. I like how you guys like teamed up. Yeah. I love you.
It's a real marriage.
A comic friend of mine, I was in Vegas with one week, and he had just got married to a flight attendant for Southwest
She's fucking everywhere, bro.
Airlines. And I never said anything to him, but I was like, in my head, I was like, never marry a flight attendant, bro.
No.
Like, I've traveled around the world. I know.
Yeah.
I've met and had.
Many offer.
I've had drinks with a few of them. Let's just say that. But
why don't you go into detail, Ahmed?
when the camera has stopped rolling.
What do you mean?
What do you mean by that?
When we had gone to a strip club. I think it was Crazy Horse or some shit in Vegas after a show. All the comics.
That shit's not there anymore.
Whatever it was.
The big one's not there
Is
anymore.
it?
It's burned in
Okay.
the fire.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'm not going back. I didn't know that. When?
Recently, I think.
That's sad.
We drove by. It was fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the Crazy Horse
the
in
one,
Vegas?
yeah, the main one.
Yeah, I wonder if it was purposely done or accidental.
It looked like an insurance thing.
Yeah, it's from like the middle.
Dude, I spent a lot of.
That's why you're not on Instagram. You're lighting up strip
I spent
clubs.
a lot of fucking money on it.
He's an arson.
He's an arson for strip clubs.
Bro, I used to, when I was in Vegas, that was my go-to place. Because you know the great thing about that, and I hate to say this, but I'm just going to say it.
They have good food?
Most strip clubs do have great
Great food.
steakhouses,
Yeah.
like in the whoever chef comes in.
Yeah.
Crazy Horse was a bar that happened to have hot naked chicks walking around.
Yeah.
Like you walk in, they're like playing like AC/DC, Motley Crue, Biggie Smalls, whatever, and there was like all these like dudes hanging out. It was like at the bar, the tables, whatever, and they just happened to have like you weren't forced to talk to a girl or
No.
get a table or do a dance or it wasn't that kind of vibe. That's why I liked it because you can and they would always approach you, and I would always be like, oh my god, I think I'm that fucking handsome. And
You were gaining your self-esteem was based on the chicks?
No, they didn't make
No.
it feel transactional though.
It wasn't transactional.
Yeah.
But then what I realized was this bitch is just trying to get $40 out of me.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what I was gonna say was me and a comic had gone in, a bunch of us had gone into the Crazy Horse. And he had just gotten married to this gal. And he was sitting down. We were sitting at a table. And a bunch of girls were like, you know, doing like drive-bys. And this girl came to like sit on his lap. And I don't know if what we were celebrating. Maybe it was his birthday. I can't remember. But I gave her like $20. And I said, will you know, give my buddy a lap dance? And she goes, sure. And she was about to give him a lap dance. And he goes, no, I don't want to do that. And I was like, huh? He's like, no, man, I just got married. I don't want to, you know, with my wife. And I was like, you're not sleeping with her. Like, it's kind of like dancing with the, you know, girl in a bikini.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm not going to force it on you, whatever. He's like, yeah, thank you. I don't feel comfortable, whatever.
I mean, the only way you can go to the strip club as a married man is you got to take and bring your wife with you.
Yeah.
The girl, well, I've been in that scenario too. But the girl looked at
And
me.
you pick the chick together.
The girl got up, she looked at me, and she gave me the $20 back. And I go, oh, no, dear, just keep it. Sorry, thank you. And she, like, walked away, and I go, what the fuck's wrong with you, man? He goes, I just got married. I don't want to cheat on my wife. I go, you're not cheating. You're in a public, like, she was just going to give you a little. I said, all right, whatever. And I, like, let it go. 2 weeks later, she cheated on him.
100%.
And they got divorced, like, a month later.
Yeah, and then he tore up the whole town.
He burned down Crazy Horse.
He burned down Crazy Horse. He's like, fuck this place.
Bro, he texts me like after the incident. He posted it on Facebook. I never thought it would happen to me.
No,
like, he doesn't
don't do that.
I love the guy.
Why is he doing that shit, bro?
And then he sent me a text message personally, and he said, "Hey man, I should have taken the lap dance."
I should have taken more than that.
He said, you know, whatever. But whatever. People, look, I love people that are loyal, and you know, if it comes back and bites you in the ass later, then you know what not to do next time, I guess, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, great talk here. Wolf is like,
we gotta get the fuck out of here.
how long have we been going?
110.
110. All right. We try to keep them under an hour.
You can cut out the whole Muslim shit at the beginning.
Oh my god!
No, you didn't want that there.
Cut out the Muslim shit. God damn it.
Where I was interviewing you.
Lock the doors. All right, guys. That's another episode. Hollywood Tales. Thank you, guys. Maxwell and Caitlin Benson from Can't Even Comedy Instagram handles.
Can't Even Comedy.
And at It's Caitlin Benson.
It's
I'm not
Caitlin
on
Benson.
IG.
You're on IG. But Can't Even Comedy. Mama Shelter Tuesdays and Thursdays. Sea Legs August 19th. Ahmed Comedy on Instagram and Can't Even. We'll post all the details and Eventbrite tickets, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's outside on the beach, fire pits, cabanas. It's a comedy refugee camp.
Nice.
Check out jaminthevan.com. Live shows, music, comedy. Roll your own joint. It's amazing. Peace out. Thanks, Wolf.